What if I told you that the easiest way to improve your life isn't just reading self-improvement books or thinking about how to improve it harder, but running experiments on yourself and using feedback loops? So today I'm going to break down how simple experiments can help you optimize productivity, happiness, and even mental clarity without any major downsides in the risk-benefit balance. So what is a self-experiment, first of all? It's simply modifying one thing about your life over a set period of time, and post-experiment, learning from what happened by tracking yourself during the experiment. So in essence, what you've done in science class, but instead on yourself. So for an example, say you're struggling with procrastination. Instead of just trying to be more disciplined and willing yourself, let's run an experiment. So for 2 weeks, maybe do deep work sessions with a study partner to hold yourself accountable, or every day, note how much you get done and how focused you feel to not just think about it in a subconscious manner. After 2 weeks then, analyze whether or not it helped and whether you would keep this experiment. And here's why experimentation works. It's practical, not theoretical, first of all. Thinking about improving yourself is helpful, but if you want to make a real change in your life, you need to take action. And it also accounts for surprises. So when you think, you might expect X to do Y, but when you do an experiment, you'll know what the real effect is. And lastly, like I said, the risk-reward balance is incredibly skewed towards reward if you do your experiments properly. So anything that you do which is reasonable, if it fails, then okay, it's not like you wasted a week, you only modified one parameter. But if it is successful, let's just do a Fermi estimate. If it improves your life by even 0.1%, then over a lifetime, the results are immense. If you want to think about it another way, let's reference the exploration-exploitation trade-off. So maybe you've been trying the same restaurant all your life, or you've been going to it, and you want to do something new. So you try 10 new restaurants, and 9 of them are horrible, but one of them is extremely good. Well, guess what? You may have wasted your time in 9 restaurants, but now you found one restaurant which you can go to for the rest of your life, or for however long you want, which you would have never found if you didn't go and explore. So I hope that by now you're understanding the benefit of experimentation, but you may be asking yourself why this isn't a widespread activity or technique, or why you're not doing it yourself. First of all, it doesn't feel urgent to do experiments, which is an issue. We don't feel like, okay, I need to do this experiment today and then track myself over a week. You can always put it aside, or just say that I'll do a thought experiment instead and consider when I do my next goal setting session whether or not this will work. And as we know, it's just easy to do what's familiar. This is why most people have a systematic bias against exploration. However, this needs to be fought against. And a personal example is that for the longest time, I thought cold showers might help me focus, but I never tried it. And then I did a 1 week experiment, and ever since then, I've been taking cold showers. So how can you make this a habit so that you don't always theorize and go to the action phase? So one way I said previously is to use social accountability. That is to say, talk about with your friends or track your results publicly somehow, maybe on X. And another way you could be gamifying it. So perhaps every time you do the experiment or repeat whatever the experiment is, you can give yourself a reward, like a treat or something like that. So you can find ways so that the experiment doesn't feel like a chore, and instead it's something that you look forward to doing and excites you. So here's your challenge. Pick one small thing in your life that could improve and set up a 1 to 2 week experiment. Track your results, and once your results are in and you've performed your analysis, decide whether or not it was worth it. Drop your experiment ideas in the comments and report your results if you go through the entire week and perform the experiment, so that we can learn from each other. I hope you found this video useful, and this was inspired from Neil Nando's blog post, which I am on a mission to create videos of for each one.